Last-minute shock. Manchester United makes stunning move for World Cup winner as transfer deadline looms. Welcome to Unite United News, your most trusted source for breaking Manchester United transfer news. At Unite United News, we pride ourselves on bringing you the latest developments as they happen. And today we have some incredible news that could change everything for our beloved Red Devils. With just hours left before the transfer window slams shut, Manchester United have made a spectacular last-minute move that no one saw coming. Are you ready for this? Manchester United have approached Aston Villa about signing their star goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. Yes, you read that correctly. The World Cup winner who helped Argentina lift the trophy in Qatar could be heading to Old Trafford in the most dramatic fashion possible. This news comes at a time when United fans have been holding their breath about goalkeeper signings, and it shows that our club is willing to think big when it matters most. But what does this mean for our current keepers, and why are United making such a bold move so late in the window? Let's dive deep into this developing story. The goalkeeper crisis that started it all. To understand why United are making these dramatic moves, we need to look at the situation that has been building all season. Andre Onana and Altay Bayındır, our current goalkeeping options, have faced heavy criticism after a disappointing start to the campaign. Both keepers have made mistakes that cost the team points, and fans have been vocal about their concerns. When your goalkeepers are under constant scrutiny and pressure, it affects the entire team's confidence. Defenders become nervous, midfielders worry about playing back passes, and the whole team suffers. Ruben Amorim has clearly seen enough to convince him that changes are needed in this crucial position. The fact that United are willing to spend big money on a goalkeeper so late in the window shows how seriously they view this problem. But here's the question that every United fan should be asking. How did we get to a point where our goalkeeper situation is so concerning that we need emergency signings in the final hours of the transfer window? The Sen Lammens deal that started to wobble. Before we talk about Martinez, we need to understand what happened with Sen Lammens. The Royal Antwerp goalkeeper has been United's primary target for weeks, and many fans thought this deal was almost certain to happen. Lammens is young, talented, and available at a reasonable price. At 23 years old, he represents exactly the kind of long-term investment that modern clubs love to make. His performances in Belgium have impressed scouts, and United believed he could develop into their #1 goalkeeper. But transfer deals are never simple, especially when they involve multiple parties and complex negotiations. Something has gone wrong with the Lammens pursuit, and United are now genuinely worried that the deal could collapse completely. What could have caused these problems? It might be disagreements over the transfer fee, issues with personal terms, or complications with Royal Antwerp's demands. Whatever the reason, United clearly felt they needed a backup plan, and that's where Emiliano Martinez comes into the picture. The timing of these concerns is particularly frustrating for United. With the transfer deadline approaching fast, there's very little time to fix problems or find alternative solutions. This is exactly the kind of situation that forces clubs to make desperate moves or miss out on their targets entirely. Enter Emiliano Martinez, the World Cup hero. When United realized the Lammens deal might not happen, they didn't panic and settle for a lesser option. Instead, they went for one of the Premier League's best goalkeepers. Emiliano Martinez represents everything that United want in their #1. Experience, quality, leadership, and proven success at the highest level. Martinez's story is one of the most inspiring in modern football. He spent years as a backup goalkeeper at Arsenal, waiting for his chance and working to improve his game. When he finally got his opportunity, he grabbed it with both hands and never looked back. His performances during Argentina's 2022 World Cup win were absolutely spectacular. Martinez didn't just stop shots. He dominated his penalty area, commanded his defense, and provided the kind of leadership that wins major tournaments. His penalty shootout heroics against France in the final will be remembered forever. Since joining Aston Villa, Martinez has continued to prove that he belongs among the world's best goalkeepers. His consistency, shot-stopping ability, and leadership qualities have made him one of the most valuable players in the Premier League. But here's what makes this potential signing even more exciting. Martinez is proven in English football, experienced in big games, and ready to make an immediate impact. Unlike younger signings who need time to develop, Martinez could walk into United's team and instantly improve their defensive stability. Why Villa don't want to sell? Of course, this deal won't be easy to complete. Aston Villa have absolutely no desire to lose their star goalkeeper, especially so late in the transfer window. Martinez has been crucial to Villa's recent success, and losing him would be a massive blow to their own ambitions. Unai Emery, Villa's manager, has built his team around Martinez's goalkeeping abilities. The Argentine's distribution, command of his area, and ability to make crucial saves have been fundamental to Villa's tactical approach. Replacing a goalkeeper of his quality would be extremely difficult, especially with no time to properly scout and negotiate for alternatives. Villa also know that Martinez is happy at the club and has no pressing reason to leave. He's playing regular football, competing in European competitions, and has built strong relationships with his teammates and the coaching staff. This puts United in a challenging position. They need to make an offer so attractive that Villa can't refuse, while also convincing Martinez that joining United represents a step forward in his career. Neither of these things will be easy to achieve. The financial implications. A move for Martinez would represent a significant financial commitment from United. The Argentine goalkeeper would command a substantial transfer fee, high wages, and probably additional bonuses related to his World Cup winning status. Villa would likely demand a premium price for Martinez, knowing that United are desperate and running out of time. Late transfers always cost more because selling clubs have all the leverage in negotiations. United would also need to consider what happens to their current goalkeepers. Onana and Bayender represent significant investments that the club wouldn't want to simply write off. Finding solutions for these players while bringing in Martinez would require careful planning and probably additional loan or sale agreements. The wages involved in a Martinez deal could also affect United's ability to make other signings. Every pound spent on goalkeeper wages is a pound that can't be used for outfield players, creating difficult decisions about squad priorities. What this says about Amorim's ambitions. The fact that United are willing to pursue Martinez so aggressively tells us a lot about Ruben Amorim's ambitions and standards. The Portuguese manager clearly believes that having a world-class goalkeeper is essential for achieving his goals at Old Trafford. This move also shows that Amorim isn't satisfied with gradual improvement. He wants immediate upgrades that can help United compete at the highest level right away. Martinez represents exactly this kind of instant quality that could transform United's defensive stability. Amorim's willingness to make tough decisions about current players also demonstrates his commitment to building the squad he believes can succeed. If he thinks Martinez is a significant upgrade on the current options, he's prepared to make the changes necessary to get his man. The deadline pressure factor. With less than 48 hours remaining in the transfer window, every decision carries extra weight and urgency. United can't afford to waste time on deals that won't happen, but they also can't give up on targets too easily. The pressure affects every aspect of these negotiations. Villa know they have leverage because United are running out of time. Martinez knows he has options and doesn't need to rush into any decision. United, meanwhile, need to balance urgency with smart negotiating. These deadline situations often produce the most dramatic transfer stories. Clubs that seemed impossible to deal with suddenly become flexible when faced with huge offers. Players who seemed settled at their current clubs start considering new opportunities when presented with exciting projects. Alternative scenarios. If the Martinez deal doesn't happen and the Lamens move also falls through, United could find themselves starting the season with their current goalkeeper options. This scenario would put enormous pressure on Onana and Bayender to prove their critics wrong and justify the club's faith in them. Another possibility is that United might look at completely different goalkeeper targets in the final hours. Emergency signings sometimes come from unexpected directions, and United's extensive scouting network might have identified alternatives that haven't been publicly discussed. The club could also decide to wait until January to address their goalkeeper concerns. This would mean accepting their current situation for the first half of the season while planning for winter improvements. The ripple effects. A Martinez signing would send shockwaves through English football. It would signal that United are serious about competing at the highest level and willing to make bold moves to achieve their ambitions. Other Premier League clubs would take notice of United's willingness to spend big on quality players. This could affect their own transfer strategies and make them more cautious about selling star players to rivals. The signing would also boost confidence within United's squad. Having a World Cup-winning goalkeeper behind you changes how defenders and midfielders approach their own games. It provides a security blanket that allows outfield players to take more risks and express themselves fully. Fan expectations and reality. United fans are naturally excited about the possibility of signing a proven winner like Martinez. His trophy cabinet, experience, and reputation make him exactly the kind of player that supporters want to see at Old Trafford. However, fans should also be realistic about the challenges involved in completing such a complex deal so late in the window. Villa's reluctance to sell, the financial complications, and the tight deadline all make this a very difficult transfer to complete. The excitement around potential signings should be balanced with understanding that not every rumor becomes reality. Transfer windows are full of stories that don't end in completed deals, and fans need to prepare for various outcomes. What success looks like. If United can complete the Martinez signing, it would represent a masterpiece of late transfer window work. Bringing in a goalkeeper of his quality would instantly improve the team and send a strong message about the club's ambitions. Success in this deal would also show that United can still compete with other big clubs for top players. Martinez would choose United over staying at Villa, proving that Old Trafford remains an attractive destination for world-class talents. The psychological boost for the entire squad would be enormous. Starting the season with a World Cup winner in goal would give everyone connected with the club increased confidence and belief in what they can achieve. The manager's dilemma. Ruben Amorim faces a fascinating decision if the Martinez opportunity becomes real. Does he stick with his current goalkeepers and trust them to improve? Or does he make a bold change that could transform his team's defensive stability? The Portuguese manager's reputation will be partly defined by these kinds of decisions. If he signs Martinez and the goalkeeper performs brilliantly, Amorim will be praised for his decisive leadership. But if the deal doesn't work out or disrupts team harmony, he'll face criticism for the move. These high-pressure decisions are what separate good managers from great ones. Amorim's ability to assess the situation correctly and make the right choice could determine his entire tenure at United. The final hours drama. As we write this, the transfer window is entering its final phase, and anything could happen. United's pursuit of Martinez represents the kind of deadline drama that makes transfer windows so exciting and unpredictable. Villa's response to United's approach will be crucial. Are they willing to even consider selling their star goalkeeper, or will they reject any offer regardless of the amount? Their decision will determine whether this story becomes reality or remains an exciting rumor. Martinez himself also has a choice to make. Does he want to join Manchester United's project and help the club return to the top of English football? Or is he happy to continue his successful career at Villa Park? Conclusion. A transfer window finale to remember. Whether United complete the Martinez signing or not, this story shows that our club is still thinking big and willing to make bold moves when opportunities arise. The fact that we're even discussing a deal for a World Cup-winning goalkeeper proves that United's ambitions remain at the highest level. At United News, we'll be following every development in these crucial final hours. This could be the signing that transforms United's season, or it could be another example of deadline day drama that doesn't quite come together. Whatever happens, United fans can be proud that their club is fighting until the last minute to improve the squad. The willingness to pursue Martinez shows exactly the kind of ambition and determination that makes Manchester United special. Keep following United News for live updates on this developing story and all the latest Manchester United news. We're your trusted source for honest analysis, breaking news, and the passionate coverage that brings our United community together. The transfer window might be ending, but the excitement is just beginning. Stay with United News as we continue bringing you closer to the club we all love, one story at a time.